My name is Valevska Watkins. Most people call me Val, and I work at the Low Income Tax Clinic at Legal Services of Northern Virginia. If you're going to shatter the foundation of some sort of system that is creating injustice, you start by gnawing at it. During the past year, the Low Income Tax Clinic has been seeing a recurring pattern of cryptocurrency scams. There was a point where the cases that I was working with cryptocurrency fraud were half of my workload. Mr. Brune was one of the first individuals that we saw at the clinic who had been the victim of one of these cryptocurrency scams.
I live in Old Town Alexandria. I've lived there 40 years in the same house. I got into a triple header of a scam. I was supposed to be dealing with Microsoft when I really wasn't.
He was convinced that someone had hacked into his accounts and was told that the best strategy for him would be to move his investments to different accounts.
We were trying to trap dark web people because they gave me addresses and names, which I further Googled and found out they were legitimate names and addresses. So they said, "You want me to help you?" Okay, fine.
They had him move investments initially into instruments that seem legitimate, but convinced as part of this ruse that somehow they were again imperiled. He was seduced into the cryptocurrency investment world and lost everything.
I just let it sit there until I started doing my income tax. And then one of the questions on crypto came up. So I said, "Oh yeah, let me log on and see what I got going on there." And that's when I found out I had nothing. I got bamboozled.
He incurred a series of fees and engaged in certain taxable transactions, which would not perhaps have been as surprising and devastating if at the end of all these transactions he had any money. I think it's important for people to understand if we don't know what the solution is to your particular problem, because it's the type of controversy that we haven't seen before, we still know that there must be a legal solution to the problem. Somehow or other, we found, the golden ticket, that one section of the tax code that allowed him to deduct all these losses. He ended up getting a hefty refund, both from the IRS and from the state taxation department.
I'm still broke, but I don't owe $392,000 to the IRS. A lot of mental stress has been relieved. Financial burden, of course, has been relieved. Things are getting pretty much back to normal.
We educate others so that they know exactly how to frame the issues in a way that the tax system understands. It liberates them.
To anybody who has an issue, even if they can't help, I know they'll get a proper reference from them. It's just very valuable resource for the Fairfax community.